Right, Saturday night, got the TGVs out. It took me all week to program these up because they've not been on the automation before, and I've had to do a lot of messing with them, reprogram the chips, put them all back to factory default, make sure the directions are right on the motors. The yellow one, which I'm running now, the Laposta, that's got a sound chip at one end and a standard chip at the other, so therefore it confuses the automation program, so I've had to do a lot of adjustments to get it to come in and out the terminus correctly. Anyway, it's just pulled out of terminus now, it's just going to set another route, it'll build up speed. Second route's been set now, so I'll build up speed. Yeah, the Marklin Tricks TGVs as well, they have a motor at each end of the drive cars, and they talk to each other via the digital couplings, and again that confuses the automation on the terminus. So a lot of adjustments have had to be made on 4 sets of TGVs, and it's took me all week to do it because I've had to adjust the trial and error and learning as I go of how to actually get these to work properly. But this one's working nice now. That'll do about 10 circuits and then go back into the station, and I'll get the other 2 out in a minute after this one. But I've also discovered one of my TGVs is slightly derailing through the double slips, and I've realised that the Fleischmann track is wearing out on the double slips. The double slips are wearing out on the diamonds. I don't know if you can see that, but it's wearing out on the plastic sections there. I've got 3 sets of double slips on the main line as well. That one's wearing out. And of course they don't make this track anymore, so I'm going to be struggling to get some. I'm going to be struggling to, I'll have to try and track some second-hand track down, or try and do a repair, I don't know. I haven't got a clue what I'm going to do. That's actually got, I'll turn the sound on that loco. Got that wagon parts up out of the way there, because that was getting in the way, so I'll have to move it. So the layout evolves on the automation. When you're doing automation, it evolves depending on what you're doing and how you're building your layout and how it's coming along. It's constantly changing all the time, and this week's been frustrating. And if you're using automation, it's best, if you get frustrated with it, is to leave it, switch it all off and come back to it the next day or half a day later. Come back to it and get a fresh start. That's what I've been doing. Well, anyway, it's all working nice now. It's been a big challenge getting these trains to run. All the other trains, no problem, but these, like I say, push-pull trains with multiple decoders and motors, that's where I've been learning. Just give it, programmed it to do a horn sound around that area. So the route's been set for that to come back in now into the station. Just slowing right down now. Nice and easy. Through, I mean, strictly speaking, I'd love to rip this layout apart completely and start again, because when I was building this layout, it was all trial and error, and I was doing it all back to front and the wrong way around, but that's maybe another future project rather. Also got a TGV Marklin coach set, which has just failed. It just doesn't work. When I join that into the set, the set just won't work. And all the couplings, the pins and everything are fine on it, no problems. Checked all the wiring, can't see any problems, but there's got to be an electronics fault or a dry joint somewhere, I don't know. I'm going to have to do some more investigations on that, but that is basically renders the train useless if I join that up. So I'm leaving that out of Tele set now until further investigations. Bit of a shame really how delicate they are. The biggest downfall is the digital couplings and the pins. If you slightly bend out of position on the male and female pins, then it just renders it useless. Right, just going to start a clock. I've got a couple of TGVs on automation built into the timetable, so I'll start that, see what happens now. Right, so I've got the Thalys and the SNCF French TGV should come out at 3 minutes past 12 on the automation, which is, that should be pretty soon now. There we go. Route's been set for both of those TGVs and they're both coming out together now at the same time. Just work the way through that junction. That triangle junction. I've also got a diesel rail car. That's heading back from refuelling. That'll start our timetable. That'll go back to the small station and then do its route. Then go back to refuel. So the silver and blue TGV is just taking its time to build up speed. The red one is working its way around. Another route's been set. That small little rail car's gone to the small station. It should just pull up there now. There we go, that's stopped. It's actually overhung a little bit of that. There we go, route number 3 has been set for the red one, so that's built up to top speed. Right, small DME, small little ones going off. I love that little diesel rail car, it's absolutely brilliant. It all looks nice that night. All lit up, these models, these trains I've got running now, they've all got lit carriages. Makes a bit of thunder in. So I'm manually taking over the blue and the silver one now. Put that to top speed now. Right, so the computer program wants to bring in the silver and blue TGV, so it slowed it down because the times are overlapping because I didn't do it properly, so it's waiting for the little rail car to just clear that junction. Now they're slowed down, and they're slowing down circuits now, so the tellers will come in. But it can't come in yet until it's this silver and blue TGV's coming, so that's coming in. It's working its way nice and slowly through that double slip, through the cutting, into the station. So what will happen then is the tellers should slow down, do one more circuit, and then use this outer line, the same track that the blue and silver ones just come in. That's going to stop there actually. The times are slightly overlapping, so the computer software program is making adjustments now on the fly because I've got the timing slightly wrong. So when that silver one comes in now and parks up, just got to do a bit of an adjustment on the times. Right, so when that pulls in and stops, that point should change, which it just has, and then that will carry on. And then the computer software has done this on the fly. I told it to stop there, it's done it automatically and made its own decisions. And that's how clever this software is. It's brilliant. So even if you get the timings wrong, you know that the computer software will override it and correct it, and then bring that train back into the station. Just brilliant. But to work the software program, it is really time consuming. You just need a lot of patience and time, and if it's not working out or it's frustrating, just come back to it, think about it and come back to it next day. That's what I do. And I'm learning as I go along now. This is all new stuff today, what I'm doing now with these trains, especially these TGVs. So that'll come into the station now and park up. Well, it should stop there. Yeah, there we go. Just slowing down, stopping, coming to a bit of a graceful stop right next to the other one. That's it. Thanks for watching.